Hi and welcome to Tennis Police channel. Here's Roger Federer talking about the 2012 year-end World Championship.
Six-time champion Roger Federer returns to the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals for a staggering 11th time to defend his trophy. After a stellar season that's included 5 ATP World Tour titles, the Wimbledon crown, and a return to #1. Now, London beckons.
One of the main goals of the season is trying to be part of the Elite 8 at the end of the year. Obviously, I have also ranking goals. For me, it's now for many years been finishing on top of the rankings or really close to that. And that goes hand in hand with qualifying for the World Tour Finals. And it's amazing that I've been able to qualify that many times now in a row.
Having been a permanent fixture at the season-ending finale since 2002, Federer is used to the unique pressures this tournament brings. But that wasn't always the case.
It was hard for me in the beginning because, you know, you're playing for a lot of points in one match and for a lot of prize money, actually. So in the beginning, that was freaking me out a bit, quite honest. You know, I was very much occupied with that thought, you know, that every match there was so much on the line. It almost felt like a finals every single time, and that played tricks on my mind at times, but at the same time I always played well. I don't think I ever played a really poor World Tour Finals. I've been very successful at the event, and for me it's been something I had to get used to in the beginning, but now it's almost like any other tournament. I'm at peace. I know what to expect, and I guess also that's one of the reasons I do play so well over there now. The atmosphere is different. Focus is much more just on those players, and everybody's very excited. Everybody knows when the players are playing beforehand. It's not a regular draw. It's a round-robin situation, which is not something we have during the year. So there's many little bits and pieces that make the World Tour Finals very unique.
To win in those unique surroundings 6 times explains why the Barclays ATP World Tour Finals hold such a special place in Roger's affections.
I remember going to Houston. I was in the group with Agassi, Bandon and Federer, I do believe, and I thought that was the worst possible group for me. And I remember playing Agassi in the first match, and I think I saved match point. I won 7-6 in the third, and then 1 week later I beat him in the finals in straight sets in a best of 5-set match. So for me that one was definitely a key to becoming the player I am today, because I wasn't world #1 back then yet, but it put me into that direction.
Federer came to the tournament last year with a shot at further writing himself into the history books. This was Roger's 100th ATP World Tour Final, and there were records to be broken and tennis folklore to be made. The pressure was on.
It was big. It was very, very big. There's a lot on the line. Going into the finals, I think it was my 100th finals on tour. If I won, it would be my 70th win. My 6th win at the World Tour Finals would have been a record. So there was a lot of things, you know, riding on it, and created a lot of pressure for me. But thankfully, I've been in a situation like this before. I think back at maybe, let's say, Wimbledon, where I was trying to equal Bjorn Borg's record of 5 straight Wimbledon victories, and you know that if you miss it then it'll never come back. So this is a bit different. I knew I still had obviously a chance maybe the following year, but at the same time you don't want to miss your 100th final on tour, and I was able to come through and have great memories from a great tournament last night.
Have no doubt that this November Federer will have his sights set on a 7th Barclays ATP World Tour Finals crown.